So last Sunday in the morning, I had a interesting talk with a friend of mine, Paul Meyer. And Paul is a wonderful automotive consultant for both service and sales, just the ultimate road warrior. Always going to a conference, always meeting with different dealer groups, always advising them in some of the best and easiest practices. And sometimes what I struggle with in groups it's just depending upon my role. I mean, there's different types of titles and roles that I've had in the car business over the past 3 decades. But the biggest thing that comes up is my marketing sucks, or I'm not getting enough leads, or I'm spending all this money and I don't see the results. It's always a shocking conversation, right? Because there are a lot of things that work. It's just a matter of where in the funnel does it break down. Am I not pricing the market? Am I not doing uh, my due diligence as far as getting the proper photos? Am I not merchandising the car right? Or am I not sending the right message to the right audience? And there's a lot of variables here, right? So most car dealers, we take an approach of doing a little bit of everything and then kind of figuring out what works. We have some FOMO there that puts us on different vendor products, the radio, TV, etc. But it always shocks me that the number one thing that we can do, and this is coming from dozens of consultants and dozens of managers all over the country, and it's not just my opinion. I've been to so many of these meetings at an NADA or a digital dealer or different roundtable events all around the country. And one thing that you always pull, and Paul mentioned this, is that, what's your reviews like? And I laugh because I talk about this all the time with people that reviews are so important. So here's the stat, right? So 90% of people see our TV ad. 90% of people may see our social media ads that flash up that we pay, right? And they flash them and they go by and they're branding. The problem is 100% of them, just about 100% of them, let's say 99% of them, don't give a shit. They're not paying attention to it. They don't care. That's when they go to the bathroom. That's when they step away. That's when they change channels. Um, Only the people that have some relevant interest right now, and we're hoping that we get to them, are looking at that. However, most people organically, based on, let's say, location, based on selection, based on your price, um, based on maybe your ease to do business with you, based on past experiences, um, they want to do business with us. The problem is that they're looking for something. Hopefully we have it, right? Um, then it comes down to they're kind of researching why they should do business with us. And that's where it breaks. 80% of all people, before they service a car with us, before they buy a car from us, or even when someone decides to maybe want to work with us or come to work for us, right? People are influenced by reviews. And it is the number one easiest thing to do. And if you can't do Paul's technique, there's a problem. Now, let's take a step back. In the dealership group I work at, it's so easy to write a review because there's a QR code near every salesperson's desk, whether on it, next to it, at the cashier's window, by the service writers, at the manager's desk. There's a QR code all over the place that you can point and click and write a Google review. If not, our salespeople are intuitive enough to send you a link to DealerRater to also brand themselves and brand the dealership. But it's not just so much about that, it's just the experience, right? So here's a question. When Paul and I was talking, he said it's real easy just to ask a customer, say, hey, what'd you like about your experience today? Or what'd you like about the car today? And the customer is going to tell you what they liked. Hopefully, they're not telling you about what they dislike, but at least you can talk about that and you can make that connection and you can figure that out together and then find the right thing. But getting back to my point though, if you've asked the customer, can you share your experience with me today? What did you like about the process today? I don't know if process is the best word, but what did you like about the car today? Um, what'd you like about me? Uh, so any of those questions that generates a response is a positive thing, right? So it's really easy to say, hey, what'd you like about your experience today? Well, I really liked everything about the cards you showed me. I really like that you guys were non-confrontational. I appreciate you spending the time going over all the features. And I got to tell you, I really like the way that car handles. But I really appreciate, the time you guys spent with me and all the details you've gone over. That's awesome. I mean, I really appreciate that too, that you're sharing this with me. Can you do me a favor though? Can you just point your phone right over at the QR code here? And can you snap a picture? And let's go to that link. And can you just do me a favor and just write exactly what you said right there? Because I really appreciate it. And here's the thing. I don't know of a customer that if you ask something the right way, especially like that, most people are just gonna, you know, scan the QR code. They're gonna snap a pic. They're gonna go there, and they're gonna write down what they said because they just said it, and then they hit submit. It's such an easy way to get a review, to brand yourself, and it improves your searchability because it also improves your SEO. Because when a customer is shopping for you, what are they looking to do? They're looking to find out what's the best vehicle, how does it drive, about the features, about the person they're going to do business with, about how they treated, about how easy you were, how thorough you were, how detailed you were. They have a bunch of different questions, and we don't know because we're not mind readers what direction somebody's going to go in or what they're going to resonate with. But the more times that you can ask people that question and the more times you can write that review, not only does it brand you as a service writer or as a salesperson individually or as a manager, but it also just kind of allows a customer when they're doing their search and they're deciding, because if everything's the same and everybody has the same car and everybody's at the same price, now it's a matter of, who would you rather do business with? And when they're not on the phone talking to you and they're not in your showroom, it comes down to what details do they have? So when they're doing their research and they're clicking on those reviews and they're deciding about how to buy from you or why, that's when that resonates with folks. But another little step you got to know of, it's not just about asking for the review. Once you get the review, it's about thanking the customer for the review that they just did. Okay. And then it's about responding to the review. So those are the things. Ask people to share their experience with you. It's really simple to say, hey, can you share your experience with me today? Or what did you like about, your shopping experience today looking at, the Kia K4, and allow them to answer that. And then you go into asking them if they can point their camera at or point their phone at the QR code and just repeat what you just told me. It's very simple because they've already written their script. Allow them to do that. Thank them. And then you or whoever does your responses, you need to respond and thank them again. All right. Have a great day. Good luck.